No, keep it. No, I don't want it anymore. Because you
is...
bought it. I thought it was free.
Bro, Schlatt's merch is not that bad. You just want you take it.
No, it's I'm really sad.
I don't want it. It's like it's my gift to you, if anything.
Kitty man?
You know what's crazy is I've never eaten one of those.
Wait,
ever.
you've never had
A
PB&J?
peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
No, I'm not gonna eat it. I'm allergic.
Don't.
Oh!
This is like an
Dude,
unrelatable
I feel like we
experience
should
for
have
me.
known this.
I didn't know.
You do.
I did know this.
I
Oh.
just forgot for a moment, but
Oh.
I know
Yeah.
this for sure because one of the funniest arguments me and Aiden ever got in was at a restaurant where I asked the waiter for him if there's peanuts in something that he ordered because it was likely there was, and there wasn't. But then we had this whole thing. I was like, why don't you ever ask? Like, you're allergic. Like, you should ask that question.
You're not that allergic.
And he was like, I'm only a little allergic. I'll just like, and
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like it's good to just know that information. And we got in a really funny argument because the argument was me protecting him.
Yeah, because
Not
he
that I'm
asked
right.
for me.
It was just
No, that's true. That's his body. He's a libertarian.
My body,
He
my
says,
choice.
See, he has the little skull thing that you put in the seatbelt to stop it from beeping because it's his fucking life, bro.
It's how I
you're the
hate
government.
how my new car gives me fucking warning signs when I'm about to crash into somebody. I'm like, I'm braking. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, let me be me.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
In New Hampshire, they let you rock it. No seatbelt.
Yeah, but your fucking Toyota Corolla is gonna scream at you.
Live free or die.
Is that why there's
That's their-
seatbelts?
That's our
That's
motto.
their
at least the
state
click it
motto.
is bitch. That's
Yeah.
what they say over there.
Click
what-
it is.
That's
Yeah.
what George Washington said in the carriage.
It's click it and ticket.
He was bumping his head and he's like, "It's fine, bro. It's fine."
You guys know Aiden's a failure.
Aiden's a failure.
So
okay, I'm so curious
on the board.
what this is.
I came up here
because
Because it's so numerous.
because I think
Aiden looks at me and goes, I know why you think I'm a failure because he read the topic before I said anything, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I know you know. And then he says something that I have no idea what he's talking about. So we both have, I think, different things in our minds for why he has failed.
Yeah, I have like 17.
Why don't you tell me
Just
why
in
you failed?
general.
Why don't-
We should all go
So-
around and say why.
well, you posted it right after that interaction
Oh,
in
it
the
was 'cause of
driveway.
that. Yeah, maybe you do know.
What
I do
happened?
know. Okay,
Yeah.
so you explain your perspective.
Okay, so Aiden ordered an Uber Eats to our neighborhood, and the Uber Eats driver ran the private gate
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
came,
shit.
and came all the way to the house, and the security guards followed them.
Yep.
And went behind them, and this woman, bless her heart, didn't speak any English,
Uh-huh.
and she is losing her mind in our driveway. And I get home as it's happening. I don't see any. I just pull in and I get out, and there's like a cop and her, and she's like, "Did you order food?" I'm like, I'm like, yeah, probably someone did here. And then Aiden comes out, he's like, it's me. And the woman speaks Chinese, a language that Aiden tried learning and spent so much time learning.
He had a stupid little nerdy little book.
And he goes up to the situation. He has a beautiful opportunity.
Wait, Mike's there?
Because all he is.
Mike's there in the car
Wait.
with the DoorDash.
I said the
Come on.
situation.
Take your fucking phones.
Come
so
on,
stupid.
Take your phone.
That is so stupid.
I got a 6-pack, and I'm racist.
Oh man.
Hey, what's up, 2006? It's me, your friend
Jim
Slime.
Tan Mandarin. And so Aiden goes up, and he's using only the most common words in the English language. Sorry, and it's okay, and don't worry, things like that, instead of any of the Chinese he studied. And he leaves the situation not using a single word of Chinese.
Were you embarrassed?
I said, 谢谢.
That means hello.
No, it doesn't. 谢谢.
How about a little more balls?
Aiden's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, I'm watching him like,
No,
you pussy, just use the Chinese.
I said
word.
it's okay. I said it's okay. Okay is like a universal term.
He whispered it like he's saying pussy in a restaurant.
I was trying
Yeah.
to think of Chinese words that I could say, but there's not. I don't have enough Chinese vocabulary to articulate why she got pulled over.
yeah, but you know business, Goose.
I
Say it.
What's business goose?
think it's Chia.
It's a penguin.
It's like,
Oh.
or
It's
no,
a literal.
No, that's the shit with the plants, the
I
animal
think that's only
plants that
part
grow
of
out
it,
of
dude. But the characters that represent penguin are literally the character for business and the character for
It's
goose.
very cute.
It's very funny.
But so you didn't know sorry, thank you, any of this shit.
No, I did say thank you. I literally said thank you in Chinese, which is a very common thing to know.
It's weird to say thank you when.
No, it was when she gave
when
me
she's
the
on the
food.
fucking ground with
It's
a
when she
gun to
gave
her
me
head
the food. That's
from
like
the
totally
security.
normal.
The woman is like
Yeah.
profusely
No,
apologizing
you know what? That's
and,
what happened.
and saying
mascara running
And
down
that's
her
what
head,
happened.
fucking
She's saying,
hands on the pavement, and
gun
the
to the
guy's
back
like
of
ready
head.
to fucking shoot her in the
Poor
head.
woman
and
is
you're like-
on her
you're
knees
like,
in the driveway.
"She."
Hasn't given you the food, and I'm just in the driveway yelling, she. No, that's not what fucking happened.
Why not? Why didn't you protect her?
I was the one who told her it was okay, and that it wasn't like we're all good. Don't worry.
after she said, "I don't speak English."
No, but I said okay is a universal term. She
And then the
understood
security
what I
just
was
took their
saying.
nightsticks
The
out
problem
and
was that
fucking cracked her back
He
windshield.
said it's okay, but then she kept apologizing and explaining how she doesn't understand.
I
know
think
what-
it's fucking weird that you keep saying it's okay is universal.
I think
It is. It literally is.
I don't think it was to her because she
Okay?
kept not understanding.
No. She's just explaining that she can't speak English because she can't like explain to the security guard what's going on. Okay is a universal term.
If I
People
drop
use
you in
it all-
Sri Lanka
Yes,
and you say okay,
is used all over the world by like there's an
Botswana.
insane reason. Yes, I
I
guarantee.
trust him. I do trust him on
Okay,
this, but I don't like his attitude.
It is not an English. It's not like an English
I'm gonna
phrase.
drop you
even,
in
I think.
Aomori, Japan by yourself for 3 weeks and you can only use the word okay.
I think actually no.
Hold
Ness,
on, that
Ness says
doesn't-
okay,
What?
and
That's
Ness is
different.
Japanese.
That's just different.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Nice.
I helped you out. I don't want to. Your attitude
People use
terrible.
okay in Japan all the time.
Well,
but
I know.
I just said
He
Ness
just
is
proved it.
Japanese. I just helped you out.
You just
You're not
proved it.
listening to me.
You just
Your
proved it.
attitude is
I-
terrible.
What
Hello,
terrible
my baby.
attitude?
Hello, my
Well,
darling.
I can't believe that I'm in this situation right now.
I'm trying-
agree. I know.
Hey,
you just told him that
hey,
he's wrong.
Shush,
I'm literally.
Shush.
You
You
know
didn't
what?
even say it right.
You should.
didn't even say it right.
Shishi. Yeah, I think that
What
you.
music is playing?
What?
It stopped. There was music playing just now.
Yeah, there's a little beat.
Zipper fucked up.
Zipper's playing jungle beats in the background.
Zipper's playing. Zipper's playing. Hotel Yeti Way.
Audio jungle.
He's playing sax and slot in there.
You do a little reacting on your stream on occasion. I can send you a nice like 10-minute long YouTube video about why everyone in the world uses okay.
Is it by Wendover?
Stupid.
No, it's like a Vox video.
I'll watch.
I mean, I already convinced him by using
You
Ness.
did convince me.
Audio jungle.
Like, what the fuck
I
is the
still
problem
think you're
here?
a failure for not speaking Chinese because you're going to be in the shower later just thinking about all the sentences
No,
you could have
because
said.
he was saying something that isn't.
Yeah, but I was like, Ness says okay, and he's Japanese, and then he was like, oh, and it was over.
Yeah, we've moved on.
And then you just kept fucking bringing it up, but I used the boy. The boy helped us. His sweet boy body.
We moved
was
on.
I thought your
We
whole
talked about
argument.
the sweet
Your
boy.
whole argument just now was that it isn't universal.
No, I
You were
moved
like
on.
Sri Lanka.
How is he still like this?
I know.
It's been so long.
you know what? And this is why I think he's a
He
failure.
changed his argument between the two
No,
of
no,
us.
no,
This
no.
is insane.
Aiden, I didn't
you
change my
said something
argument.
different
You're
to me than
I
you
didn't
did to
change
him.
my argument.
I
I changed my mind.
Whoa.
I'm
He sat
supporting
his
you.
white ass down and listened.
I'm asking why his response to you was different than it was to me because we both offered similar examples.
I gave him a concrete example of Ness saying okay,
Because I know Ness.
and he knows Ness.
I know Ness.
and he can't fight that.
You just said it is. And he said why it is.
Yo, can I say some shit?
Yeah.
What's
Everyone's
up?
talking about
OG?
Everyone's talking about Roe versus Wade, but I'm thinking about broke versus paid right now. How y'all feel about that?
The-
How you feel about that?
That's funny, but it's so sad because it did get struck down.
yeah. What? Look, we can't.
No, isn't it not officially decided?
They didn't
not
get struck
official
down.
yet.
They
It
didn't
just
get
got
struck down.
published. I actually don't know.
There's
Oh,
a,
yeah.
you ready
I'm
for my
pretty-
conspiracy? I'm slowly turning into Joe Rogan. Ready? Here's my
Yeah.
conspiracy.
From the head down.
We need children to enter the workforce. A healthy No. It's not a bit. No, listen. A population.
This is
We
good.
need their tiny hands because they can get
They're
into,
so nimble
they
and
get in the Pringles cans.
You put all the Pringles in there, and you get the pepperoni flavor, and then they eat the dust, and that's their meal.
That's what Bo was trying to tell us. He was like, they have the kids in the factories filling the cans.
Yeah.
It's it's not about eating them. It's about who fills them.
No, listen to me. you need a birth rate to like continue the economy. What the fuck? This is a serious problem. Lower declining birth rates mean there's like a lower like younger workforce, and that is a strain on the economy. Okay, so this is a fucking ploy by the government to stop or to make more babies happen because you're forcing it to make the workforce go because they're fucking evil. Thank you. What's up?
I understand.
What's up,
you're
boys?
You're saying they want to stop women from having abortions for the economy.
Yeah, because that's all they give a shit about is like weird control over women's vaginas and uteruses, and also getting fucking economy.
So you think that the whole God part's a ploy?
I think the God part is like
I think he's part of the government.
God.
I think you use God if you're like one of these fucking like whack ass dudes. You use God as a justification to like just be a piece of shit and like marry like your fucking 16-year-old like fucking youth group.
Yeah, because
Dude.
God wanted it that way.
That shit's real. Also, by the way,
I was her counselor at Young Life.
yeah,
and we met.
and I'm 50, and it's like we're getting married because I found my soulmate. It's like you're fucking gross. Fucking kill yourself. I'm not kidding. But
So wait, who are we talking about?
That's
Just any 50-year-old?
That's if that guy's
anyone who's-
listening.
If they're unless they're a patron.
if they're a patron, welcome to the yard Patreon. No. The BYU thing you brought up,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
That's a thing because if they go against the code of the school, they can like get what do you call it? Like expelled.
Yeah.
So that's why they'll always talk about the code.
Yeah, this is the BYU, the interviews where they're like, do you think gay people have rights? And they go, the code.
Yeah.
I got midterms coming up, so
The same way
The Roadrunner poof.
the same way BYU kids do that is how people point to the Constitution in America. And they're like, you know what? They didn't talk about abortion.
Yeah. Also, like the slavery thing was like number 14, so
It's not in there.
came later.
So I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about it.
It's pretty gross.
It's gotta be in the
Guns was
Constitution.
like 2.
Guns was
No.
2.
Yeah.
Guns was 2.
There was someone in the room.
It's so close to 1.
There was someone in the room who was like, maybe it should be 1, guys.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not taking the gun thing seriously enough
God,
here.
can you imagine if they fucking made the guns thing the First Amendment and how much
We'd all
it'd
have
be
guns
even
right now.
worse.
I would have shot Ludwig dead like years ago.
Well, I mean,
just for the sport.
I don't think higher number necessarily means importance because we're not really having
No,
soldiers.
because every argument, imagine every Second Amendment conversation that has ever come up, and that conversation is now, think of the First Amendment.
It's so much more
the
powerful.
First one.
True.
Yeah.
But like the Fourth Amendment is soldiers quartering in your home.
Yeah, and people talk about that one all the time.
Yeah, that
So-
did happen. That guy Brent from the Marines, he stayed with us for like a whole week.
Yeah.
He was racist.
And then I started reading the Constitution 6 days in, and I was like, I don't think Brent can do this.
Right, you're supposed to go.
yeah.
You need to go.
Yeah, and the Constitution saved us one more day of having him here.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of fucking free speech, we had a lot of
say your piece.
we had a
Yeah.
lot of Elon people
Amen.
fucking simping in the comments just last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was kind of pathetic.
Yeah, but he went on stage. He did a funny dance.
Oh, sheesh,
You did a little
man.
funny dance.
Elon is the ninja of tech billionaires.
Dude, you know what's gross? You
That
said
is
that.
so funny.
I immediately became a fan of Elon.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because they just stole the hearts and the minds of the
Yeah.
people. Yeah, I just thought it was really funny. It's like, damn, people are like, yo, bro, like you guys are cool, but you gotta fuck with Elon, bro. And it's like, you are 16. That's crazy. You're just so lame.
Would you, given the opportunity, want to see Elon's cock?
Oh yeah, I'll see everyone's cock.
No.
Yeah.
We were
To see
comparing
it?
it. We were,
No.
I'm just saying, no, this is
child.
my feelings.
Got him.
A
Got him.
child's cock.
A child's
Will you
cock.
stand your ground, or will
they're-
you with her?
If they're dead,
That is so much worse.
why is it worse?
What do you mean?
Because like you're not hurting anyone.
Wait,
I don't want to see it.
how did they die? What are you doing to these
I don't
kids?
know, like it got overfed.
That is by far
It
the
got
most-
overfed like a duck for faux
Dude,
gras.
that is the most insane thing you have ever
got
said.
I'm not trying to be edgy, but I definitely am thinking. I think that saved me.
I'm not trying to be edgy, but I'll look at a dead kid's cock.
TikTok about to
Is
go
it better
crazy.
than
and
better
that's
than a
why
live kid's cock.
why free speech is important.
Amen.
God forbid they take our First Amendment away, so we can't joke about the dead kid's cock.
Get this man a gun and a dead kid.
Yeah, stat, General Patton.
Or just a
He'll
gun
use
and a
the-
kid.
he'll use He'll use the gun.
Cowgirls make two.
Yeah. A little bit of second, a little bit of first.
You want to get into it?
The poker?
Here, let's
Can I
start.
ask something first?
Yes.
Do you guys smell Aiden?
It's so
I smell the
so
Red Bull.
heavy. It
Not
might
the Red Bull.
my nostrils
He-
actually.
Aiden smells like when you leave incense in a drawer
What
and then
happened?
you open the drawer.
Did you leave your clothes in the washer?
He
smell
comes,
weird.
dude. There's this fucking aroma in the house, and I'm like trying to source it. I'm like walking around, like, why does it smell so weird in here? And I come up here, and the smell is still up here, and I'm like, do you know what that smell is? And he instantly is like, it's me.
It's me and Josh Me and Josh, man, were in the kitchen spraying each other with Gucci colognes.
Oh, that's Ludwig's Gucci.
We have
They just
Ludwig's
puffed up in
Gucci
there.
colognes, and Ludwig and
Come here.
Cutie.
I wanna smell
Cutie's
you.
trying to figure
Dude,
out what to do with them.
I
We
wanna
just
smell
kept
you,
spraying
We
man.
have
each other.
enough Gucci
I smell you,
colognes
man.
to fucking suicide them, like the soda machine.
Well, yeah, what happened is I bought every single Gucci cologne on the store because Cutie liked one, but I couldn't remember which one.
So I just did the laziest thing that cost the most money.
No, it's kind of romantic.
It was kind of high effort.
Why? You just you clicked a button.
You know, I clicked like 80 buttons because you had to check everyone out.
There was like 5 in
I
there.
had to add a cart. No,
No, there's like way more.
Oh,
there's
really?
way-
There's
yeah.
so many.
Oh,
There's
The
like
ones
25.
there are the rejects. They're either men's cologne or
Oh, so she did a fucking Pepsi challenge for every one.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
She has her own haul.
Yeah, that's cool.
She
That's-
fucking
Bro,
did a
shoot.
kick flip, and then after every kick flip, she got another Gucci cologne for it.
That's a very distinguished scent. He smells like a fucking. He smells like he works at a college.
Do I-
Yeah.
You
like
think
like,
so?
Like as a professor or like as like a
Yeah,
college
no,
like
no, he's
administrative?
No, he's like a professor
person.
of like literature, and it's hot. You smell hot. Hot smell.
You smell like an idiot.
Why are you doing this?
Hey, poker.
Oh yeah, we can get back.
All right.
Sorry, I just wanted to see if you
This
guys
is
smelled
this is probably the clickbait.
This is the clickbait. This is why a lot of people are here. Maybe they had to get through the dead kid penis bit. But where
If they're still here, fuck it. Poker community. I feel like most of them are still here.
I was part of a bit of a talked about thing. So this is today. We're doing this on Monday. It
Dude,
might
you,
be a
were
little.
on, you were on Philip DeFranco.
Might be. I know. That's crazy.
crazy.
He read out my tweet that said "smoke weed, family."
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's what
Yeah.
Like it was the news.
I was
Yeah,
trying
he
to-
read out. He dictated my tweet.
I was trying
It sounds
to
really funny.
contextualize to Anthony. I'm like, you don't know how weird it is for me to listen to the guy that I watched every day for like 2 years in high school say "smoke weed, family" about your tweet.
With my tweet on the screen.
A creator named Slime.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so
it's
funny.
crazy that last month he filled people in on Ukraine war, and this month he's actually hitting the hard hitting news.
No, I will say
Like
the
Slime's
video
tweet.
that I'm in is I'm the second story, but the main story is like something about like some sort of bomb or something in like I don't know another country. Like
On
it's
a
very,
lighter
it's,
note.
it's very grim news.
Yeah.
and it's like footage. Look, I can't remember. I might be
Sexy
but,
Phil's range in his news delivery just fantastic.
But yeah,
Phil.
so okay, Zipper, pull up. It's a Daniel Negreanu quote tweet, and because someone from this stream, Ludwig had a giant poker stream.
Yeah, the
It was like
poker
fucking
stream. It was
Super
$1
Bowl.
million cash game, and we had 9 players. Mr. Beast, XQC, Ninja, and me and Slime were there. And the key players in this are Slime and Phil Hellmuth, who is the most winning poker player in terms of WSOP World Series of Poker titles.
Yeah, but that's tournament, and this is cash, baby bear.
uh-huh.
And so okay, there's a lot to unpack here. I'm gonna do my best to help out people who really maybe don't play poker and stuff, and contextualize this because there's a lot of funny shit going on now and also afterwards. Like right now on the internet. Real quick, Zipper, I am not allowed to. I can't tweet for another like 8 hours.
Why?
Because I got shadow banned for 12 hours because I said,
Real band.
well, I can't post on Twitter. Here's my tweet. Because someone said, "Aren't you still down?" And I posted the tweet with the money next to my head.
You can get in a non-lethal car accident, you freak bitch idiot weirdo.
Okay, that's what I got. But here's the thing. Here's the weird part. So someone
you
said,
added 3 people.
Shut the fuck up. No, it's a chain. It's a chain. So I tweeted the picture of all the money, and someone was like, "Aren't you still down?" Because I did lose money at the tournament, but I had yours, and I took a funny picture. And then I replied to that person as a joke, which I think is received as a joke and still funny. I hope you're get in a car accident, right? For verbatim, kind of like drill.
Yeah.
And then some fucking poker normie orbiting comes in and says like I'm an asshole for like wishing death upon somebody, and also like that I talk a lot of good shit now, but I was like fanboying in front of Phil Hellmuth, which is just all not true. And then I replied that to say it is possible to get in a non-lethal car accident. Freak bitch idiot weirdo.
Oh, I see.
But it can be interpreted as get in. Go.
If I
get
only
in
saw
one.
that one, I would read it that
Yeah,
way.
right.
Yeah.
But this person reported me anyway, and so I caught a 12-hour ban this morning.
All right, nice job, Elon. Where's your free speech now, huh?
So I can't.
Elon's
so
gonna fix this website.
dude. All this shit has been going on Twitter, and I can't do anything. I literally can't. I can't even like retweet. I can't add. I can't follow people. I'm in the fucking gulag. I can message people.
Damn.
Anyway, okay, Zipper, go back to the clip. This is the clip that kind of started everything. Is Daniel Negreanu, who is a professional poker player. He's very fucking renowned. And this is it. You just want to play it, and I'll fucking kind of explain what's going on.
Slime moved all in.
So, okay, pause here. So I move all in. Phil, I don't know what Phil has, but we both have aces. I have a lower kicker. And if Phil calls my all in, I lose all the money most likely because I need a 6 to come to win the hand. And so I'm basically like, I want Mr. Beast out of there. I want to maybe get... I have an ace, I have a good hand. I want Phil out of the fucking pot or to call me with shit. So keep going.
It's on the screen. Yeah. I remember seeing a meme with Forsen. It says, Forsen lost 14 hands in a row. And it's just picture of
God,
him with
X was
his
so
glasses on.
money,
It's
bro.
He looks like he owns Chaosies.
And then the
Okay, so I put Phil at a 6 spot, right? Because I'm goated. Look at him freak out.
Pause.
Okay, so what happened right there is...
Reverse. We kind of talked over it and kind of missed it.
Okay, so Phil, he throws his hand forward a little bit.
Yeah, he pushes
and this can be considered a fold, right? Is where you push your cards forward. The dealer touches them. Usually in casinos, the dealer touches it. It's a dead hand, and I would win the hand because he folded. And so, but Phil's option here is just to call me or fold. Those are only 2 options. I slammed the table. I'm like, he folded. I get there.
You clearly immediately think that's a fold because you slammed the table like I got it.
Right.
Well, listen to the commentators right here too.
And Hellmuth just folded the best hands.
Yeah, and the commentators also.
And
And
the
then, okay,
casters.
stop. Yeah. So right there, Phil says, spin your hand as if to like show me what you got. You got me, right? This is pretty like good nonverbal poker stuff. I played a lot of hands. We'll get to that in my life, and at least up to this point. And so I'm still looking at Phil. I have been in this situation before on a random table where I table my hand and it wasn't a fold and I look like a fucking idiot. I wait a really long time. And you can keep going.
Oh my God, what'd you do?
And so I'm waiting. And then I look at him and then I flip my hand over.
No.
Did he not fold?
No, I didn't fold.
I'm thinking.
Did you see his hand?
He showed like ace 7 or something.
All right, stop. And so he says he didn't fold, right? And this is a problem because I showed him my weaker hand. Now he can just call me, and he's most likely to win, and it just sucks, right? So the whole poker community is freaking out right now because they think that Phil Hellmuth it's called an angle shoot, where you kind of like trick somebody without...
Yeah, you like use emotion, right? You use emotion to like trick them into thinking you've done something you haven't.
Yeah. Or any sort of like outside edge you can get at a casino to fool somebody or in a poker table
Yeah,
is
I've
considered
seen
an angle.
other examples where like you act like you're gonna put your chips in, so they immediately call, but then you don't act. You pull them back.
I've seen that. Oh man, this guy got
and
diced.
then you know they would call you now instead
Yep.
of not knowing what they'll do.
And you learn this through playing a shitload of poker with fucking wild people, is that you just chill out, right? And that's what I did. And it just looked like a fold, but apparently like Tom Dwan said to flip it, Keating on my right
I got the
said to flip it.
context because I was next to Tom. What happened is Tom did this. He motioned his arm like, come, like show me what you got.
Yeah.
And then Phil pushed it over. Tom took a peek.
Yeah.
And then Keating, who was on the other side of the table next to you, goes, let me see him. Because you can show your cards if you're all
There's
all
no
in.
more action.
There's
so,
no more
yeah.
action, so you can show your cards. And then Phil does this motion, the spin motion for
Keating does.
No, Phil.
Oh,
Hellmuth,
yeah.
Phil Hellmuth does this for Tom to flip them over.
Oh, okay.
And so then,
yeah.
then Tom flips them over, and then that's when you're like, okay, for sure he folded.
Yes.
And then those 3 who are the pros at the table were all like, no, that's not what happened, even though it looked like it to like the 60,
Dude,
70
so many
watching.
people, dude. Even other pros, like they're like using this to just take a dump on Phil's mouth, and it's really funny. I
What
can't
I
lie.
thought was cringe was the outcome of it, where
So-
where it kept going, and then he was like, oh well, like, let me strike you a deal.
All right, keep going, Zipper.
Dude.
So he sees my hand. He sees it's weaker.
He said
It's in his interest to call.
You showed me the worst hand.
Phil, maybe I thought you folded.
I thought you folded.
Let's have a
He
deal.
shouldn't be punished for that.
I don't think you should be punished for folding your hand. All right, so what kind of deal? I don't know.
Okay, pause.
I guess just take your...
I play regular casino poker with like shit regs and nits. Like no one makes deals. Like this is a friendly game and it's a loose game. There's people showing their cards to each other. You maintain as much sort of like integrity as you can, but it's like it's a little fun. It's a little loose. It's a lot of fucking money, but I'm here for content.
You're all
right?
in for $35,000 right now.
I'm in for $35,000, which is all of my stack actually at this time. And So it's like, okay, so I've never, when he says, let's make a deal, I've never made a deal. I've never ran it twice. I don't play that way. Like, I just played fucking normal casino poker. Keep going.
Money back. Or put in 5K. Yeah, put in 5. Put in 5,000 fair. What do you think's fair? 5?
That,
5 or 10 or something.
that is a little unlucky.
I've just never seen someone show and then...
We've literally
Okay, stop there. When I say that, I have seen people show their cards. I have seen this go on. I guess what I was trying to say is that I've never seen someone in that fashion, show their cards like that.
Yeah.
And so that's I'm kind of pissed about it, but it's like, whatever. 5K is a cheap price. Takes the pot, whatever. I get to keep my 30K stack. Keep going.
Oh, I know. I'm just not used to it.
I think it was confusing that the hands were indexing the ring.
And I just fucking pay up.
All right, I call it. So next card, yeah?
So, okay, but sorry, stop. I'm confused. I don't know what that means. I didn't know the hand's supposed to be dead. I was like, okay, so it's like pay 5, and then I get to see another card, and then I can fold after. I don't know. But the deal is to just 5K, hands dead, and fill scoops. You can keep going.
No, you're just conceding the pot.
No.
And I was like, oh, I thought it was my action.
Yeah, because he's already seen you, man.
Oh, thank you. We're
Oh
only
my God,
charging
shit.
5K.
Dude, the weird part is like it's fucking 6 creators.
Hold on. This part's crazy.
So Phil did not fold. He did show his cards, which is totally fine in the cash game.
And okay, stop right here. I say, so what you can do is called rabbit hunting. Some casinos are about it, some aren't, but you can have the dealer show the cards that are about to come, even though the hand's over, just to see what would have happened.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. In poker, you're not supposed to think about the results. You're supposed to think about the best decision at the time with the information you have. But I'm like, fucking run it. Like, let's see it. I just want to see. Because Keating was next to me. He's like, no, we don't have to see it. It's okay. He's trying to protect me like his son. And I was like, let's take a look. Keep going.
Game Slime thought he folded.
Dealer runs it out.
And a little bit of business going there.
Oh my
And the ace-6 hits. And he would have lost.
That is so painful.
Dude, okay, what's funny
Brutal,
is he
dude.
stands up and dances about it.
He literally does a little dance, like Fortnite.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your guess on what you saw?
Could you-
said ace
Okay,
one,
you
ace
pause it.
I have a question. When he was saying it's a good deal for you, could you hear him?
Yes.
Because I thought you would have lost your shit at that.
No. Why?
Because it just seems like a taunting thing to say. Like, because he is, I feel like he so clearly made the mistake. And for him to be like, it's a good deal for you.
I'll provide a little more context. So, Zipper, I gave you a Doug Polk link at the timestamp. Doug Polk released this like fucking 40 minutes ago. And he made a whole video about Phil Hellmuth at this game, not only with me. Okay, play this.
Where I'm driving this is back to the most important point, which is this is a classic situation where Phil Hellmuth doesn't realize what's happening in the world outside of just to Phil Hellmuth specifically. What he did here caused a mistake from a player that never plays poker.
Okay, right there. So you can kill it. So there's a big sentiment online that I'm this like nubile little otter bear.
Yeah.
Our little kitten.
That that's just like a fucking creator that's like has slimetv.org.
Yeah.
And I banked $1 million at 32 and I'm playing a big game. What's up, poker community? I've been playing live poker for about 4 years. I'm a losing player. I'm bad. I like to shove it in. I like to gamble. I can play well. I can play concentrated and focus and do all the right stuff, but I get bored like any shitter. I support the poker ecosystem, basically. And so it's really funny that it's like people are dumping on Phil for like, this fucking idiot had no idea what you were doing, Phil. You basically hit a child. And it's like, I have seen way wilder angles. I've seen suckouts. I've seen slow rolls. I've seen dealers fucking boot people. I've seen floor calls that sucked. I had a floor come once, and a guy reached his hand out of the muck, flipped it over because he didn't read the board, and he beat me. And I called the floor, which I usually never do. And the guy said it stands, and I lost the hand. Reach it out of the fucking muck. I've seen some crazy shit. I've called the floor. All this shit. So this was a new experience for me, but it was like, I wasn't like a deer in the headlights. I'm like, you know what? This is fine.
But in the moment, it was 6 creators and 3 poker players, like Tom Dwan, Phil Hellmuth, and Alan Keating. And they were all in
It's
accord.
Michael Keating.
It's
Alan.
That's
I called him Michael Keating this whole time.
Yeah, I think it's an actor.
An actor, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love Alan Keating.
Yeah. But those three are poker players, and they were all in accord that this was a mistake on Slime's end, and they should do a bargain.
At the table, they really?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause even Tom after, who was like, he was pretty chill the whole time. He's like, he didn't mean it. And I don't think I think people take any chance they can to like dump on Phil, like anyone. And I agreed. Like, I genuinely don't think, especially with that context, Doug Polk agreed, like that he thought that he was angling me or anything. It was just confusing and kind of weird, but I should have just waited longer.
Right.
And that's coming from the guy who it happened to, who is not a newbie, a little bear. I'm a fucking degenerate shitter who used to put coolant in my car at 6 a.m, driving home from the fucking bike, stuck $600 when that mattered. Like, look, I'm okay. And it was also for 5K. Another thing about this is that I'm here for fucking content. Ludwig staked me 50%, okay? So it's like, I'm not trying to call the floor and make it weird and make a situation and then like Phil's pissy at the table. That is not my job right now. And it was for 5K. I get away with it. Fucking fine. I don't care.
You end up in the Watch Mojo. Top 10.
Yeah, I do, right?
Yeah.
And then the floor comes down. It's like this whole big thing. I'm like, well, Ludwig would kill me. Ludwig gets mad when I yell at chat. That's killing vibes real fast, you know?
It'd be a tough first 90-minute.
Yeah.
You know, if the floor comes
I guess
through.
what I was confused about is like, so if you have your cards and you push them towards the middle, does that not just always mean fold?
So there's a lot going on. Every casino has different rules. Sometimes it's like by state, sometimes just by casino. For instance, the bike has a show one, show both rule, where it's like you can show one card to fuck with somebody after they fold, but if they say show one, show both, you have to show the other. Some casinos, you can show one, muck the other. So it's like, some casinos, it's like if you put your hand over the line and release it and it's face up, that's a fold. So a lot of places, if the dealer touches it, it's mucked, it's dead. That's why dealers will say like, hey, keep a chip on your fucking card so I don't accidentally grab it, right? If you're next to them. So it really does depend. And in a game like that, that's very like loose and friendly, which it was, there's all kinds of shit going on, you know? You know, I broke a little rule.
Yeah.
I said, if you call, I call to somebody else. And the dealer was like, you can't do that.
Right.
They don't fuck with me like this at the bike.
Right.
We get crazy, which is not cool. It's not but you know, I just folded right now.
My take, which was I think 5-head, because Phil Hellmuth also that night, the dealers towards the end, he was like losing. Like he was losing a lot. And going in, everyone was like, the pros are gonna fuck these creators and take all their money. But Phil Hellmuth was down like 100K. And he was like, he had barely any money left. And the dealers would keep like shuffling the cards, but technically you are supposed to lift your hands and then put them back on at the end of the shuffle after you cut. Very simple maneuver, has zero effect on the cards. You're not shuffling in this motion. You are just releasing and then putting them back as like a clearance thing, a compliance thing, I guess, for cameras. And he asked both dealers at different points. He's like, you got to do that. You got to do that. And I was like, it's like a juju thing. He's like, no, it's just the rules. You got to do that. And I was like, okay, if you're going to be so anal that you're making the dealer lift their fucking hands up for 3 seconds, then also be anal about not pushing your cards in the middle, which is a muck motion, and keep them behind with your chip on. You know, just be consistent.
Yeah, it was a little, I mean, it's funny. It's kind of like Leffen. You know how Leffen, we always talk about how he's an O2 shitter in a fucking God gamer's body? And
like mentality, bad mentality, but he's just a god gamer.
He's just like us. And like Phil Hellmuth is like 57 and he's running like he's running the tilt activities of a fucking, like a shit reg. And it's beautiful. I'm not saying that to shit on him. I genuinely think Phil was like fun to play with and fine.
Dude, it was so fun to shit on him though. He was
getting shit on. Ken Chen, my old boss, used to play poker a lot. He was messaging Aiden and me in a chat. He's just like, this is the greatest poker stream ever.
Yeah, I think Ken contextualized it really well. And for the record, like this is my favorite stream I have ever watched, period. Like I was engaged for almost the entire thing until I fell asleep at like 2 a.m. and I couldn't keep watching it anymore. And Ken summarized it really well. He was like, for pro players, this is a dream scenario. You're playing a massive cash game with a bunch of fish who don't really know how to play for the most part. Like a bar, like you guys are a little more experienced. Like Botez has been studying, but like on the most part, right? It's 3 professionals playing with a bunch of people who aren't professionals and have a lot of money to spend.
And Mr. Beast is
and
there.
Every pro, every pro is watching them, wishing that they were in their seat to take advantage of this situation. And every pro is sitting at home watching them fuck it up and lose. Because there were so many moments. The first half of the game when Mr. Beast was just running it down, dude. He just kept buying back and kept all inning and kept losing. And Phil could not get a piece to save his life, man. It was so fucking funny. And Alex, meanwhile, is running as hot as you can possibly run for like the first half of the night. And there's that one hand where she destroys him with like ace 9. And he like goes on this rant about he just can't take it anymore. He's like, how is this happening?
That's another thing. I've seen guys. You like. It's funny because other pros love to shit on Phil, but it's like his little outbursts. I've seen crazier shit because we all have. If you play any live poker for like a stretch of time, you have seen people get really fucking mad. I had once I flopped this straight on a guy, and he was like Russian. It was like for a $600 pot. He tanked for like fucking so long. I never called the clock. Flip over my straight. He has like ace 3 or something. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. I didn't do shit. I don't fucking care. He's not gonna kill me.
Well, also what's funny is like Phil would have these outbursts, and then we would all just make fun of him while he did it.
Yeah, it was awesome,
dude.
Jimmy would be like, "Dude, you're such a pussy."
Yeah, he was called pussy.
What's the one clip where Jimmy sucks out on him with a way worse hand?
He gets a flush.
He has
right?
he has queen. Jimmy has like queen 4 against his 9s. Calls him all the way down and then somehow wins the hand.
Doesn't even know he has
and
a flush.
Phil loses and he's like, this is fucking insane. Like I tried to do this. And
he's so dumb. Every good player who is playing the game correctly has been taken to fucking town by someone who's just playing any 2. He's so old and it's happened so much.
Yeah.
But he still gets mad like it's the first time.
Yeah.
And it's actually really beautiful.
You know who I actually did feel bad for is Alan tilted hard.
Alan
bro.
minus $1.13 million.
Alan tilted into oblivion.
Show the chart.
That was minus?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Look what he ended
Down,
the night
look.
at, bro.
Oh,
Look
dude,
at that.
I was like, damn, he went hot.
No, that's a down arrow.
No, he lost $1.13 million
Alan was
in 8
calling
hours.
anything. And there's this one hand. This was right before I went to bed. This is Anthony. The flop has come up. I forget the cards, but Anthony has a 1% chance of winning the hand and bluffs Alan off of the hand after Alan has just lost like 6 hands straight.
That's some great bluffs.
And Anthony bluffs him off. And then I can't remember if you show or not.
I always showed. Yeah, it was a really friendly table. A lot of people, like even Tom Dwan was showing, who was probably the biggest nit, because so there's a stat in poker called VPIP, voluntarily put in pot, which is basically if you're putting money in pre-flop, if you're getting into the game. And it's sort of a stat that tells you how active somebody is. And like a tournament player or something, you're looking at like 24, 25, maybe. I could be wrong. But like Alan's VPIP was like 86. So he's playing 86% of all the hands he's getting.
Getting involved.
Which is really bad. I was playing like 60. Mr. Beast was playing like 80. So that was a little action corner was us. Playing with Mr. Beast fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It's not poker. It's just gambling.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But it's like sometimes you just want to play poker. You don't want to play against King Deuce, and it's like, and I was card dead, bro. I was just not getting shit, and so I was like, let's play the video game.
I'm a poker god.
Speaking of gambling, this is from the previous poker stream because you just did a different creator poker stream a little before this, and it was the one that I think Alex organized, right?
Yeah.
And this is the one with like Saikuno and Leslie, and you guys are all playing together, and there's that one hand where you two blind all in.
Me and Ludwig,
against the Leslie. Leslie has pocket aces, and of course, like they're she's going to call. They're all in. She's the best hand in the game. It makes sense, right? They don't even know what cards they have. It goes all the way down. Leslie has hit a set, so she has three aces. It's
the most extremely powerful.
It is such a good. Her chances of winning are so good. And on the last card on the river, Slime hits a straight.
I turned
on
the straight.
His terrible. I think it's like a 5-2 off. Hand, and you guys. She shows her aces first, and you guys are like, yeah, it's like she's won it. And Anthony stands up, flips over his cards without looking to fold them into the center.
Not to fold them, just to show what I have.
Oh yeah, okay. To reveal to the table.
I'm just
and you still don't look when you flip, and then Ludwig is like, no, look. And then Anthony looks down. He's like, I hit my straight.
Yeah.
You slow rolled the shit out of Leslie on accident.
No, I didn't, dude.
Yes,
no, you're stupid.
Dude,
it's not
go back. I watched the clip so many times.
It's not a slow roll if you haven't seen your cards.
Okay.
It was a slow roll because you're dumb and couldn't register thoughts fast enough.
I called it an unintentional slow roll.
Yeah, that's what I put. That's what
a slow roll is an
intentional.
Like it's. I think it's like within the definition of it, right? So it's actually not a slow roll because like it's an intentional fucking with somebody
a slow brain
to give them like. To fuck with them. But I tabled my cards, so once the information's out there, I don't need to say, I got it. I'm just showing you. That's up to everyone's eyes to register that I got it straight, right? The fact that I didn't read the board isn't a slow roll because my information's out there.
Just means he's dumb.
I thought it was.
It's just not a slow roll.
I didn't think that was the definition of the term because you just
it's
take a while to flip over one card first. You take a while to flip over the second one. It's like if you knew what your hand was, it would be egregious, and it's just funny that it happens that way because she's so confident that she's won in the clip for so long, and then it's finally revealed that you hit your straight.
But I am absolved of all sin. Because I didn't see my cards.
Oh yeah, you didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong.
But to slow roll somebody is a wrong thing. So you just can't you have to divorce that concept from you can't call it slow rolling because it's like an evil act.
I guess, yeah.
Also, if Phil slow rolled me, I'd be mad.
The experience, Leslie's experience is probably almost the same there. So that's why I'm not saying it's your fault. I just thought it's a funny clip.
It's not though. Well, Leslie, are you saying Leslie because she doesn't play poker?
Painful.
Yeah, it's like she's so excited about hitting her set and winning this huge hand.
Here it is.
So hasn't even looked yet.
She puts over races.
Oh, this hurts me.
We're like, wow, I can't. I'm trying to read the board to see if anything can win.
She's so excited.
Oh, this hurts.
These glasses are fire.
No.
$2.
Yeah, they're great, by the way.
Yeah, $2 at the gas station.
You're out. No, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then I just throw it out.
You flip over the other one.
So,
Oh my god.
so yeah, it's not a slow roll. You just can't say that.
I think it's semantics. It doesn't really matter.
No, I think
It's just not fucking true.
Okay, sorry. The experience of getting slow rolled is from Leslie's perspective, she still felt bad because she lost the hand, and that's what I thought was funny.
Sure.
Use different words to describe it. That is the point of what I'm trying to say. I don't think you.
It's like saying I looked at a dead kid's dick. It's just not it's just fucking wrong to say.
You do say that though.
But I didn't today.
Right.
He didn't do that.
But you would.
But he's.
If I brought you a kid,
my man.
I'm not. That's not where I want to.
He won't
I love
fist
this
bump
guy.
that one.
This guy's cool.
Anyway, I beat all the pros. I made way more fucking money than them.
Yeah, you made a lot of money.
I was gonna ask. Do you think the reason why that was the case is kind of like in Melee when you're a pretty good player and then you play someone who's really bad and you just don't expect them to make bad decisions and you get hit by F smash more, that kind of stuff?
No, it's so I'll give you some context of this. I used to watch this Try Guys. They would always do 3v1 against people in real life. And they did a bunch of different challenges of 3v1, like chess players, and they would always lose. Kind of like Bros vs. Pros, which is a series I do, but online. And they did one against a pro poker player, and you just fucking mop them. I mean, you can't have that much added, skill if you just go all in pre-flop, because it's you can always just get lucky. You know what I mean?
Any two can win. Okay, so the strategy against people that play any two cards is wait for good cards. But if you don't get your good cards, you're just not going to be able to get it in.
Yeah,
and that's it.
This is what changed the course of Smash Poker nights for me, was that I started talking to Talrog about how to play with people who aren't very good, and they were just just fold everything until you have a good hand and only play good hands, and that's when I started winning money.
Yeah. That's how you
win.
Which
is it's just so grindy.
And it's boring.
It's very boring. It's
Yeah.
easier when you play at home, when you're online, because you fold your hand and you just do other stuff.
And you're probably playing other games too. A lot of people who play online poker play
if you'll have
5 games.
10 windows up while you play. And that way it's a lot more entertaining. But I think when you sit at the table, especially in this environment where it's you're talking, you're hanging out, where it's a lot of the time if you're at an actual casino, you might be on your fucking phone. And
live just moves extremely slow. For anyone who doesn't know, to be a successful poker player, it's about playing the most hands you can so that the variance, which is when Ludwig sucks out on you like a fucking asshole, those happenstances are reduced because it only happens 5% of the time.
What is sucks out?
Sucks out means you have a really good hand, and then a card comes or 2 cards that invalidate your hand, and you get like sucked out of your victory.
Oh, I
and
see.
they win.
I just messaged Ninja and I said, "You never showed me your dick."
I want to see it. I want to see what you got.
Why did I miss something?
Is there
At
a
the
reason you
table-
want to see Ninja's
At the
dick?
table, it was the first time I ever met Ninja, because he wasn't actually supposed to go.
Oh yeah, how did that happen? Because he doesn't live in Los Angeles.
No,
right?
I called up all the people. My favors were XQC. He came. That was very nice. Mr. Beast. He came. That was very nice. Slime, Alex, and
Was it very nice that I came?
and that was the group I got.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Beast called me and he's like, "Hey, Ludwig, I'm here with Ninja and Tim the Tat Man. They want to play tomorrow." And so like I messaged Tim the Tat Man the next day because I was like, I'd rather he play. Tim was like, "I'm busy." Message Ninja. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll message Ninja. And I messaged Ninja and he's like, 100K is a lot.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's surprising to me.
And I was like, no, it's not. You made
not
like
for
40
you.
mil on Mixer,
It is.
bro.
It is a lot, but
Not
it's not
for
for
you.
him.
No, it's not.
Which was proved, by the way, later that night because I brought it up to him and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I was just making an excuse." Yeah, he's like, and he brought up, he's like, "Oh, yeah, I made the Mixer money."
Dude, Ninja rocks up to the function with $100,000 in cash, no security, in a fucking like plastic bag, like Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Serious?
And
That's
I'm
so
like- tight.
sick.
I'm like,
that's so sick.
I'm like, we're really in the sauce.
Dude, that's so funny of him because he has such a distinct look too. He's literally on 2 billboards in LA right now.
Yeah.
It's like some guy could literally be looking like, wait, that's the guy on the billboard.
Yeah.
He's 100K in his bag. Like,
Yeah, just 100 large. And then Mr. Beast was like, "Do you bring security?" He's like, "No." Mr. Beast has like 4 guys or something.
Yeah,
Like
he's got his guys.
he's about it.
Yeah, I also asked Ninja his Mixer deal at one point, and he started fucking signing like a baseball fucking catcher. He kept doing this, but I couldn't catch it. But
Like he was.
Yeah, he was doing like
he was giving you the numbers?
He was doing like he did it. He did like 5 digits, and I was like, I can't keep up, bro.
It's an 8-figure deal, but they're all not zeros.
Yeah. And he kept going like he's trying to get me to
just
do
gives
it.
you one of the. He gives you one of these.
Yeah.
It's like, don't ask.
If you turn the light behind, it's a wolf.
I love that part where he chopped with Phil and then C-walked.
Yeah. That was a great moment.
Dude, if he crip walked at the next New Year's drop, that would reverse everything.
I think he would get killed.
I think it makes
That
it
would be
worse.
so tight.
Make it worse.
I mean, what color is his hair?
He has
That's
blue
true.
hair,
That's
dude.
true.
Think
Yeah.
about it. He's not a blood.
He won the hearts and minds of people. So many people are like, "Dude, Ninja's like funny and
did.
based."
He was
And
a
bait.
ball of energy. And well, before he came, after I invited him, because he's like, "Oh, you know what? I'm actually down." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I said, "I'm gonna make at minimum 2 lawsuit jokes, which is about like the Ninja Pokemon lawsuit thing." And he just sent me back reverse smiley face. And then we get there and we're talking, and he's like he starts out with like high energy, and we get like more comfortable. And he's like, "Dude, I was nervous when I was coming here."
Oh, because of that?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
why? He's
wow.
like, I thought you were gonna like roast me all night, and I had like 5 things prepared.
He had statements.
Yeah, I was like,
He
oh,
will
no,
not
it's
be owned.
He had his
at any
lawyer come
cost.
up from a trap door.
Yeah.
And like,
They just appear up, rising platform.
yeah, the poker games are fun. It's like the vibe. I think also not having your phone is like just really kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like one of the production guys said the other day, it was like, how often do you just not have your phone with 9 people? It's true, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think the vibe was very fun. Like I think Ninja's sense of humor is like not my taste, if I can say it nicely, but I thought he was like he was good energy, you know? And it was just cool.
Better than X or Phil saying
Excuse-
X gonna give it to you over.
That's fine
and
too,
over
because he's
again.
the old guy. Everyone's playing their role, and it's kind of cool, you know?
We kept roasting him for being old, though.
He said it so many
We
times.
kept roasting
Wait, who
him.
was it? Phil?
Phil Hellmuth
Hellmuth.
said, "X gon' give it to you."
Yeah.
And then I'm
Rest
like,
in peace, though.
and then I made jokes about how he likes DMX, and it was just really I'm just in this spot, you know?
Our
Dude, DMX was younger than Phil.
That's true.
damn.
Whoever had that bet of who was gonna die first got a lot of money.
It's a big payout. It was
Yeah.
5-1. But yeah, it was
Dude,
a
that'd
sick
be a
event.
fucked up website.
Oh, dude,
Oh, just side betting who dies first?
it's
Yeah.
gotta be real.
Whoa.
We can make it.
That's fucked up. Because
Like-
then there's like vested interest in killing that
then you
person.
could
Like
make-
Murder should be void.
like old face mask.
Yeah,
No, but then you have to
but
like, do
yeah,
drug
and then you
kill
David
them.
Carradine him.
What is that reference?
David Carradine, he's the kung fu guy. He was found fucking dead in like a hotel closet in Thailand. They said he was jerking off, and hung himself, but people say that may not the case. So that's what
Whoa.
happens. Like if you were like, they said Slime's gonna outlive Nick,
Yeah.
and then
Oh, you think they kill to rig it?
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
and you
yeah.
get David Carradine,
and then you end up with like dead children, and then you hit the drop down, and and some images pop up.
You said drop down. I was thinking of Tomato Town.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
little
I
Fortnite
was
song.
Thinking about I'm always thinking about the game.
Yeah,
You know me.
of Fortnite.
Yeah,
That's not you.
that's me.
Hey, how was your one take, Jake?
My one take, Jake.
Yeah, you had to do it.
Okay, so I talked to Nick about how to do this.
Uh-huh.
I think it's funny enough that we can play it. And-
Really?
yeah, and if it's not funny enough,
I want you
we'll
to know
cut
that
it.
he talked to me about it, and I said not to do it. And his decision, because he talked to me and I said the opposite, was to do it.
It's
Yeah.
funny because he didn't word it like that.
Yeah. It's
He
funny because
worded
it
it
sounds
like-
like we talked
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
you're right.
It sounds like we
I
talked
sound
about
like
it, and
we
I said,
agreed.
yeah,
Yeah.
good idea. But I
No.
actually said a 3-minute video in the middle of a podcast seems like a snoozer. Let's just post it online first. I'm okay either way,
Yeah.
ultimately.
If it sucks, we'll just talk about it after, and then I'll
Right.
post it
it's
elsewhere.
just funny because
All right.
you might as well have not talked to me.
Yeah. The context is I am a one take Jake God on Mogul Mail, and
Did you do
say
one
that
just
shit's
now
easy.
when you were fucking 30 minutes
I
late?
did.
It was a one take, 30 minutes late.
It was a 3 take.
So it's not
But
a
you
one
didn't
take.
one
Jake.
take.
Well, I often one take.
But you just said you just did it.
I mean, I did it in one take.
You did 3.
Well, it took me I didn't edit it together.
There is one take that,
But it took
Let's
you
just roll
3
your
takes.
your goddamn Mogul Mail.
Yeah.
What's the topic
Okay,
here?
roll it, Zip. The
Better be the
scientific
hottest 3
community is in shambles, and honestly, so am I. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. It was a couple weeks ago. The CDC, the Center for Disease Control, they found out, they put out a study that said that bears, like the animal, like in the woods, can squirt. So this came out April 12th. And there's this whole study, there's this whole article with this link, and it was this landmark thing. And it's just so crazy because like we don't think about bears as someone who can like ejaculate female bears. For those of them, squirt is basically female ejaculate, and what it is also kind of a scientific mystery. Some people think it's pee, some people think it's the white Powerade flavor, but no matter what you think, there's definitely some crazy stuff going down in the future, okay? So this dropped, right? The next day, who comes out of the woodwork? None other than Mizkif. I have eaten more grizzly bear pussy than anyone I know, and I have never gotten squirt on my face.
I
That's
love the
crazy.
Connor reply at the
Okay,
top.
I've known Mizzy a long time. I didn't know he ate grizzly bear pussy at all. I didn't think anyone did that. But what he's saying is that not only is he an expert on this particular concept, but that he has never seen this happen. Basically directly challenging the CDC. Now, look, the CDC, maybe they don't have the best track record, right? Some people lied, some people died, but that's beside the point. What is the craziest thing is the CDC clapped back. And I saw some DMs. I can't leak. I've been talking to Mizzy a little bit, but basically what's going to happen is that they have invited Mizkif into their lab, and they are going to broadcast Mizkif eating a bear's pussy live on television. And there's a whole link, and there's like a whole website. There's also like a couple of sports lines. You guys, if you don't know, you can like bet on things like this, whether or not the bear will come, whether or not the bear will squirt, and things like that. So I gotta say, this is perhaps the biggest thing a live streamer can do, is directly challenge and perhaps even upend real evidence and studies from a government body, right? The closest thing we got to this was when XQC did the Roe v. Wade thing, and that was crazy. This was recorded days
earlier.
I'm really excited to see what happens here.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah. In the chain. Now, this doesn't. Okay, come here's out where I yet, break.
But
And just pretend there's a tweet here. But it's rumored that Jill Biden has stake in the company that put out the research that the CDC announced, right? So the way this works is that research gets done by private organizations or companies or even nonprofits because the CDC just kind of funds it. Anyway, Jill Biden is. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I was getting.
Okay, so that's my one take, Jake. Now, I didn't rehearse this. I was driving home and I was in traffic and I was just thinking about like what the story was that I was going to break on Mogul Mail, and that was it. So that was genuinely a one take, Jake.
For 30 seconds, I was like, that's probably a real article, but squirting means something I don't know.
Yeah.
And
For
then
audio
the next
listeners,
one, you're like, inspect element.
Yeah. For audio listeners, I pulled up 3 different tweets and just inspect elemented and changed the things. So there's a visual aid to this.
Yeah.
So what do you think, bitch?
It's,
anyone can do your stupid job.
Well, you do default to just being like a conspiracy theorist, like Alex
How is that a
Jones.
conspiracy?
You said Fauci lied, people died.
I didn't say that.
I
said some people lied.
You said that Jill Biden's.
Dude, I had this whole idea in the car where I was like, okay, Jill Biden is going to be but it's too hard to like do all the drama. But it's like Miz was going to be like eating the bear's pussy like live on TV, and then like the head would fall off of the costume, and it's Jill Biden, and that was going to be like the story. But I didn't flesh it out because I didn't care enough.
Sure.
So I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Something I thought about, or I learned this weekend. So I used to share my Spotify account with a friend from high school, and he would just use my account, and he has a couple. All he really did was like make a couple playlists in it, and one of them is just it just says Drake talking, and it's just songs where Drake doesn't rap, instead he's like talking.
Yeah,
you just put all of them in one playlist.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was just listening to it.
That's for first dates.
It was crazy. I was listening to all my drive to the shoot, and there's a part in the song where it's a really old song. I can't remember what album, but it's like an earlier Drake album, and he calls himself One Take Drake. And I was like, that was way before we were saying one take Tony.
You were like 11.
And I'm like, damn, we got to say that now.
I'm one take Drake.
Yeah, he started it.
That's actually, you should have just defaulted to that.
Yeah.
One take Drake?
Yeah.
No, because like that's exclusive to Drake.
Yeah, but you're the same as him. You played with Ninja.
It's just rhyming instead of alliteration.
We did both play with Ninja.
One take Tony.
Oh no, he says one take Jake.
Oh, Jake. That is still rhyming.
So what'd you think, bitch?
Oh,
dude, it was all right. It wasn't bad, man. You just have different. You have like mine is like.
I had to make shit up. You actually have the news to report on. I had to be creative.
I didn't think.
Have you ever been creative?
To be clear, I didn't think you were gonna do that.
What? Do what?
I thought it was gonna be real.
Why?
Because that's what
I also
Mogul
thought
Mail
it'd be
was.
real.
Oh, that's why you didn't think it'd be funny,
I
huh?
still don't even know. Like, what was the competition in your eyes that he couldn't make that video?
That he couldn't one take Jake.
But he just did it.
I mean, he failed at the end.
Okay, but I ran out of creative runway
Here's
because I wanted to take a nap.
Sometimes the news article ends, all the facts have been said.
Then you just got to end the video.
All I'm saying is, if I had the entire like story to go, I could finish it out.
It wasn't bad. Would you want to upload it? That's a real question.
I don't know.
And that's only on you.
Yeah,
I do think it's weird that you didn't do a real news story.
Why would I do that? That's boring.
Because the idea is you can do what he is saying he can do. That's
well, I went
impressive.
above and beyond. I not only did a news
that.
story, I made it funny because it was about bears.
I just don't think I think the only reason you broke is you ran out of random ideas.
Yeah.
But you would have never run out of random ideas had you done it the same way.
Because that's what I'm saying is it's so easy that I needed to challenge myself.
But you failed because you made it harder.
No, I didn't fail. I just
That's my point.
I just was tired. I wanted to take a nap, so I didn't finish
I
it
also
out.
think it's easier because you're using like source material that you think is inherently funny as opposed to trying to deliver something that might be drier and then trying to be funny on top.
No, I could do that because that's what a podcast is, fucking idiot.
Well, you're also saying, like, imagine an actor gets halfway through their lines and then they forget the rest and they're like, well, I just didn't want to say the rest of the lines.
Well, I'm not being
So that's a one take.
I proved, basically, I think I proved that I could do what he does and more. And more.
Well,
would there have been a line, if you didn't cross over a halfway duration point, would you have said you failed? Like, what's the percentage here for you?
I guess,
because
like,
you didn't get 100.
The duration was I did my whole story. Because the Joe
Okay.
Biden shit just started being like too off the dome, and I was like, this is stupid.
Because I was gonna say, what's like the length of the video? Like,
Dude,
well,
his
it
are
gets
long.
hard. It just
That's what's
inherently
fucked
gets
up.
harder
His
the
mogul
longer
mails
you
are
go.
too long.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wasn't going to...
They're a great
like
length.
11 minutes.
We're the jury. He doesn't get to decide. He doesn't get to decide.
that's fair.
We have to be the jury here. So I think Mogul Mail's longer, and I think that in Mogul Mail, Ludwig doesn't break. And if he does, he edits it out.
I don't edit.
And whenever... Wait, what? You don't edit at all?
I've never edited a Mogul Mail ever. I will just end the recording and start a new recording and start from the top.
That's hardcore.
Okay,
That's
okay.
actually insane.
So that's fine.
But you don't always one take Jake.
You stop and you try again.
It's always a single take. It's just not always my first take.
Is that what actors say after they shoot a 5-minute long scene and then they have to retake it?
But the idea of saying one take Jake is there was only one.
Agreed.
Needed.
Yeah.
And that you did it.
Clarify.
Yes.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Sustained.
Sustained. I think he failed because the duration was shorter. I think significantly so. And then he also didn't finish. And you could, I believe you.
I'm like one of them bears.
You're like
Squirting?
you're like a squirting bear.
No.
You squirty bear?
No, I'm like Misgives bears.
And that is my decision because I think that you have to finish to say you did a one take.
Eamon? Eamon's the biggest slime apologist I know.
I want to know,
my man,
what your goal was by making. Are you trying to prove that you could make the type of videos that he could make?
Yeah,
and
specifically
that's it.
Mogul Mail. Yeah.
Yeah, then I think he succeeded.
Wait, you think he succeeded?
Bo's in the house.
Yeah, if that was the goal, then I think he succeeded.
But he didn't do that.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
I
I
showed
think
a
that is-
fraction of it, and
Yeah,
that you
I
just
think that
multiplied
We're
is
it.
saying
enough.
it was believable enough to think that he could have kept going.
Yeah, it was enough of an example that it was like if he had to make the video about Jason R, then
All right.
he could have just made that.
Zipper, one smack on your desk for I think he succeeded. He is in slime. 2 smacks for
One smack before you even start talking, bro.
Instant.
2 smacks for $100. And okay.
Wow. Oh, you're
And
so
you got
dumb.
one
You're so
smack,
dumb.
one smack.
I got you, Zipper.
Dude.
I got fucking 20K in my room right now.
Wow.
You know what my favorite Austin Powers bit is from the first one, and Scott's like, Dr. Evil's got him set up on a contraption. Scott's like, why don't we just like kill him now? Like we'll shoot him. It'll be fun. We'll do it together. He's like, no, Scott. And he's like, I have a gun in my room. And that line always stuck with me. Is like he just has a gun in his room.
That's his best role.
You think so?
Yeah.
I can't think.
What
of it.
about the Napster?
I haven't seen the
The
Napster.
Italian Job.
I haven't seen
The
that.
Italian Job, I love it. man.
Yeah.
I love the
I think
Italian
that
Job.
might
Not about
sway you.
that.
I want to buy a gun.
I do too. I want to get a Desert Eagle
I don't.
and just have it next to my desk.
Wow.
I don't like.
Okay, so I thought I was extreme.
Fuck. It's a pistol.
Dude, they're so big.
Pull up the Elon Musk meme where
They're
you're running
so
away
big.
from me.
A Desert Eagle is huge.
I know. They're stupid.
Have
It's
you
like-
shot one?
It looks
No.
like
Dude, you're so feeble.
Yeah, I would it would kick back and like break my skull.
You'd be like this for the next 6 years because your back would hurt from shooting once.
Probably, yeah.
I feel like Fortnite's the only game that shows a Desert Eagle in its real size.
Like just fucking
And they're so big.
it got a gun so big size.
You'd never want a gun?
Nah, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah,
Definitely
I don't
not.
fuck with it.
Of course,
Canadian.
you're fucking Canadian, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. No one asked.
Yeah.
You're from California.
That's not true.
You're from New. Oh shit. Guns.
Live free or die.
Live free
No
or die.
seatbelts. Guns only.
Right.
Peter has guns. Peter has ancient guns.
Really?
Yeah, he's got
muskets?
like 70-year-old muskets.
Wow.
That actually is respect for the First Amendment. I'll say that.
He's
Yeah.
got ancient guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you have the ones that shoot little balls, then
He's got a pack
they
of
shoot
powder.
vines and rocks.
If you own an AR, you don't care about the Second Amendment.
That's
yeah,
Peter.
Peter's got the fucking cannon on him.
He loads that up every morning.
He's got the big iron.
Thwarts away
got a gun
marauders.
so big.
There was another. Oh yeah, the last thing about the poker thing. I think it was that production specifically made me look the most unattractive I could ever look.
Really?
It's like my head's kind of tilted down, so you see like all of my bald head. My ears stick out. I'm in my mustache phase, which is a problem, and so it's like I just kept watching it. And I'm like, who would fuck this guy?
You just look bad because you have a mustache.
I think everyone at the table looked bad. I think that they're
I think he looked great.
I think they everyone they have
X
bad.
looks great too.
I think the way they lit it, everyone's skin just looks really bad.
It's very
Alex
well
you are
Cortez
showing
looked
more.
bad.
I'm not saying that. I just think that everyone looks worse than they could look
You think
on
she
camera.
looked like what?
Why
Goddamn.
why are you singling out a woman?
You think what? I'm
Hey,
just
man.
saying.
So you thought the woman looked bad?
Is that
you
what
think
you
women
think?
shouldn't play poker?
You
Is that what you think?
I
women-
think women shouldn't play poker.
You think she look
on
like-
TikTok? Hold on, because they can't read numbers.
and they look like baseball.
You gotta get all the context of what I'm gonna say, liberals.
Dude, who made the joke at the table?
Live free or die.
When Alex was up $500,000, someone at the table was like, that fixed the wage gap.
Oh my God. Who said that? Probably Ninja.
Yeah.
Probably Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja.
He throws those out.
I thought it was a little bit of a fun fact when she was like, yeah, I'm top 100 female earners in poker.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that is crazy that you got there on one fucking night.
One game, baby.
That is fucked up. Holy shit.
It was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money.
Mr. Keating, by the way, Mr. Keating, he is every poker player's spirit animal. Like, Train is our gambling spirit animal, but he's our poker playing spirit animal. Because dude, I put him in a spot and he's just like, I hate folding. And I'm like, fucking me too, bro.
You want to hear something fucked up? Train's doing a $1 million heads up poker match against Mr. Beast.
And they're not going to stream it.
They're not going to stream it.
They're just going to
That's
play.
right. That's
Isn't
so
that
money.
fucked up?
No.
I mean, it's tight.
That's
but
actually
why?
way cooler than streaming
It's
it.
tight as
money.
fuck, but why them? I get why them doing it, but aren't they so content brained that they just like can't resist?
Train's not.
Yeah, Train's
But
not.
Mr. Beast also, Mr. Beast, I would argue, I didn't get to like talk to him one-on-one a lot, but he's a cool guy. But I would argue he's more of a degenerate than he is a content guy.
No. Dude, we walk in and his content brain's already ticking. He's like, why is the lighting like this? Like, what's up with the audio?
Oh, that's right. He's like, Ludwig, sit in seat 5. You
should sit in the middle.
Your tournament.
Aren't these people too loud? Should we move them? And he's
That's
like,
true.
going. And I
That's
was
tight.
like, here's the thing, man. I'm not in control of the broadcast. I'm just here to play poker.
But you give him 2 cards and he turns into an animal. Like
Yeah.
the,
The
like the
broadcast
rest of
could
us.
be a lot nicer. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it could be.
I just think it could be a lot nicer.
100%.
I think the sound was fucked up, but I think it's really hard to produce poker, and it was really clean otherwise. So, but yeah.
It hit the threshold of what you need to do for a good poker stream.
Yeah, there was no big gaping holes.
The average person shouldn't give a shit, personally.
Oh, dude, speaking of gaping holes, I was gonna say something. I texted your
Sykkuno went to YouTube.
No, I texted your dad. I did.
Oh.
So
Wait, you texted him?
yeah, because remember when my dad died and he said nice things.
Yeah, I do
You
recall
want to talk about that now?
Sure.
So why are you so surprised?
Well, no, I'm just.
I have his number.
Yeah, I
Because
know
when
that.
my father died,
Yeah,
he reached out and was
texted
really
you.
nice.
Yeah, I thought
What
that
did
was
you
good.
do? Did you text me?
Yes.
Anyway.
What, you ran that? You thought that was in your
Dude, he
favor?
weaponizes his dead father constantly.
Bo's in the house.
And the problem is he can also like be on multiple sides now. So like he was on the couch with Cutie, he's like dead mom couch. Yeah. But then he can be on the joke with me and be like dead dad couch.
You're like a bisexual.
Yeah, I'm the bisexual
Wielding it
having
like a
dead parents.
Yeah.
So I messaged your dad because I flew to Colorado to see Nick Coletti's stand-up show with Mike, and that was fun. And I get a little nervous on planes. Sometimes I have good flights, and sometimes I'm a little nervous. It's not like crazy, but I was like, dude, I should text Aiden's dad for once, not a picture of my butthole, and I should like ask him plane questions. And so I was like, yo, every time I get on a plane, I get scared that on takeoff, the engine will cut and we won't have enough speed to take off and we'll crash right outside the runway.
Right.
And I said, is this completely unreasonable? And then he just like gave me like 6 paragraphs of like plane knowledge.
I mean, dude, people who know a lot about planes, they're just waiting for this, right?
Fucking love
They're
planes,
like
dude.
knuckles cracked.
This is
like,
a dream scenario,
yeah,
probably.
this is crazy.
And I was like, this is gonna help me out so much when I'm on planes again.
Yeah.
And I was really happy about that.
I mean, what did he say?
Do you want me to read it
synthesize
out?
It's probably
Actually,
true.
All right,
you can
Archie.
Just,
No,
no, you
pick-
can just let me
no,
read
pick-
it
Carve
later.
out 15 minutes for this.
Pick your favorite thing he said.
Is there like a general reason that
You
we
get
should
one.
be confident the engine won't shut off?
I guess the most assuring thing is he says, if the engine fails at or before, these are both capitalized words, that speed, we make the decision to stop automatically, and then M dash. He types so funny. It would be highly unusual for us not to make that decision to stop at that stage. If we stood at or before that airspeed, we have calculated already enough that we have enough runway to stop. So he's just like, I'm like, okay, like I didn't even need to read it all. He could have just told me, "Not you good."
Yeah.
LMAO.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
He's like, does the plane turn? Because he might be in trouble.
What kind of plane is this?
Well, dude, by the way, we land in Colorado, and it was really windy. I've never had this happen. We come down. We're almost touching the ground. Pilot says, nope, and pulls back up.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was fucking
He
scary.
says, psych, we're going to Florida.
It was really scary. I had this thought for a second. I was like, okay, the pilot and the co-pilot are extremists, and they've psyched us out, and then we were going to fly into a building right now.
Yeah.
I
But
thought
they
this was
wanted
gonna
to
happen.
bait you with the landing.
Yeah, they're like, we have to fake out the air traffic controller, and then we're gonna fly.
Excuse me. Is Mark Wahlberg on this flight by chance?
It was scary, and that's what actually made me want to text Aiden's dad. I was like, all right.
I decide that I'm okay with dying every time I enter a plane now.
I am too, but it's still nerve wracking.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because it's just you're the least likely to die on a plane.
Wait, why me? Is it a fat
the
joke?
least likely of what? Vehicles?
No, people. You are the least likely to die on a plane. Human beings as a method
What
of
about
travel.
in this attic?
As a
Are we
method of
more
travel,
likely to
okay.
die? Oh,
no,
method
of
travel.
the of
I thought you
methods
meant
of
in
travel.
general.
Yeah, I was like, you're
I also
capping
accept
again.
death when I get in a car with you.
You drive your Vespa every day.
I accept death then too. I've been really scared lately because it's been windy and sometimes it blows me to the side.
Fair enough.
I
You're
accept
gonna
death
hurt
constantly.
yourself, bro. I don't want to hurt yourself.
I want to go like James Dean did
Why on a Vespa?
on a Vespa.
You
But
died on
like-
a Vespa?
He
no,
died on
a real ass motorcycle like
Well,
a Chad.
The Vespas are as real and ass and cool.
Yeah, because they go so fast.
I took my first Vespa ride with Ludwig finally.
Yeah.
The first on the
You get a
back
boner?
ride. No.
Chub, quarter chub, quarter chub.
If he did, I couldn't feel it.
I don't think it counts if he can't, if he can't feel
Yeah.
it.
Right.
So,
That's right.
but we had to go. We were just going to pick up food, and we had to go to the bank. And it's me and him. You're on your flight to go to the show, and you're busy. Not that I don't know if there was a reason for you to come at the beginning, but I think we might have needed your help. There was a reason we couldn't get a hold of you, and you might have been able to help. But we show up at the bank, and you don't have your debit card or your ID. That's why we're there, is for Ludwig to do a very basic like change with his checks or something.
No, I had to
no.
withdraw $200,000 fucking dollars
yeah,
to play poker.
this was for the poker.
Yeah, but, but it's an adjustment to a check.
It's a more complicated thing.
But the amount doesn't really affect anything.
It does a little bit.
The money change, Aiden.
Yeah, the money change.
Yeah.
He was like, it's whatever.
So
it's only 200
To be
large.
clear, he's the one showing up to the bank without his debit card or his ID.
I have my ID. I also needed my debit card. I didn't know that.
You didn't have your. Oh.
You are dumb.
But they sent us away. They're like, you need to come back later. And then I ask for a thing that I need to do while I'm there. And it requires, there's this whole issue of like me not being able to get into our company bank account because I need, the passcode, like the security passcode. And I need Ludwig or you present there to make this change at the bank.
That's levels of security, baby.
But we can't do it because he doesn't have his fucking bank.
Wait,
card.
but he has his ID.
There's also, I made Nick Yingling when he started, he swallowed, he covered a cassette tape in wax and swallowed it. So, and you have to play that cassette tape. So you have to cut open Nick Yingling and then play this tape.
And then you have to do the dance from the pacifier, but backwards.
And all the
And your
passwords are in there.
butthole knows what like a cassette tape looks like, and it knows to avoid it.
Right. It just stays.
Yeah.
It stays
It
your.
stays in the cassette player
intestines.
that's next to your kidneys.
Stays
Right.
lodged.
You know what a vestigial organ is? So it just hangs out there.
Like next
We
to
haven't
Florida.
had Nick Yingling on board for very long, so I didn't want to. I
You
didn't
don't
want to cut him open yet. You know,
Right.
I figured
I'll
I
cut
could
him- I'll
wait
cut him
a
open
couple
right now.
days.
That's respectful.
Tired
Yeah.
of that guy.
Well, you're talking about the story like I fucked you over. He's the one that fucked you.
You did fuck me.
Talk about how he fucked
Hold
you,
on,
though.
that's what I'm getting around to.
We'll
this.
both fill your holes.
I have not been
Billion.
able
We're
to
gonna
log.
start quaking.
I have not been able to log into the bank account unless I'm on Anthony's computer for a while.
Broke
and this
talk.
didn't matter. This didn't matter for like a month because I didn't need to send any wires or anything. But we schedule it later in the day. We come back. We're both at the bank again. And I sit down with the banker lady who's going to like solve this problem for me. And Ludwig is doing his own thing and comes back over. And I realize after she starts asking us both questions that me and Ludwig are the two worst possible people to have in this scenario because
you need Nick Yingling.
neither of us have any of the answers to any of the questions she's
Dude,
asking.
She looked at us like we were idiots.
Yeah, she was like, you don't know like the login to like the company you own, like to Ludwig. and then she's like, well, can you like get the like security code to get it in? And I'm like, well, you see, the guy who has that phone is on a plane right now.
Yeah.
We
He's
have none
fleeing.
of the tools or assets to access any of her own bank accounts.
That's good. That's good. to
I
hear.
didn't even know the
And-
business address.
I feel good.
Finally,
Left my job. It's been
I
great.
tell
Funny.
her that like I have one login that'll work. It's like Anthony's personal login because I remember that one because I've used it so much lately.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I can't let you do that on like my computer. But she's like, if you like, and she kind of like motions at my laptop.
Oh, she's a crook?
She's like, if you do it on yours, like you can just can do it
Race.
then.
This is a test.
And I
Yeah.
finally get into I get into the bank account and I look. She's like, go here, go here. This is like how you can access and set up other users and like reset the security code for yourself. And I pull up the page. This is after a month of not being able to get into this bank account. And I realized that I've been using the wrong username the entire time.
No fucking. Are you kidding me?
You set my username, and you set it to something really crass because all my bank accounts are the same. All my bank accounts are like the same, like ID string that like I've set up, right? And I've been trying to use that because why? What else would I set up this under? Why would I ever set up anything else? But I forgot that you set up my bank account.
Really crass.
RG, bleep it. I have to know.
It's but spelled out with numbers, and it's.
I remember telling you this to your fucking face.
I know, but I hadn't used the bank account in a month and a half.
And I said, you can change it. So you didn't want to.
And I was like, this will be fine, because I started using it. And but when you log into these accounts, it doesn't tell you if you fuck up the username or the password. It just says your login has failed. So in my head, I've forgotten the password. And I finally realized in front of this woman, after talking to her for like 40 minutes,
of her
God, asking us security questions, logins about the company that he's a signee on, he doesn't know anything about.
Also, Aiden
we called you as you were taxiing to take off to try to get one piece of information.
Well played, all around.
And I look at her, like I look up from my laptop, and I was like, it's okay, I figured it out. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you know what? I just don't think it's going to be a problem anymore. And she's like, okay. Like, no, I just cannot explain to this woman.
Wait, did you remember the username?
Yes. No. It showed up on the bank in your account.
That is so fucking funny.
So we spent an hour at the bank answering her questions because you gave me like a crass fucking username.
He also diced himself. He was
what's new?
He was there and he was like, oh, I forgot my ID. And then I walked over and it was on the floor. And he thought he left it at home.
Yeah.
Because it was the entire phone case.
This is at the end of the meeting. It's like I had to do something else while I was there too. And I'm like, fuck, dude. After all of this, like we went back and we're here again. And I don't have my wallet now. Like I'm the Ludwig. And then at the end of the meeting, she points at it. And it's on the fucking floor. It's like, is that your guys's? And it's my wallet that we needed the whole time.
Dude, I love this woman looking at our bank account and seeing very high numbers and then seeing you two fucking chuckle fucks.
You're saying we can spend the stuff?
Dude, and you guys are getting a check amended for Hustler Casino for 200 large.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're chuckle fucks. That's what it is.
You're telling me this ain't doll hairs?
I thought they said doll hairs.
Isn't that crazy? She must have
crazy.
been like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, when I told her like why we couldn't get the 2FA code, I was just like, yeah, we have this like burner phone at home. And she's like, you guys have a burner phone? Like, no, I'm like, no, it's not like that. Like, we don't do anything illegal. Like, it's just like we just call it the burner phone.
But it is a burner.
It's a burner. But we don't use it for conventional burner uses. Much less nefarious.
Oh my God.
You can't get poke anymore.
What happened?
Because, okay, this is a self-incriminating story, but I will continue it nevertheless.
So you're wearing a diaper.
I was wearing a diaper and I was riding my Vespa and I wanted food. And I went to
In that order, yeah.
And I went to Subway.
You fresh.
Oh, again?
I was walking. Well, the first time
you and your fucking girlfriend are eating Subway like necromancers.
You know what's fucked?
Oh, Subway.
I called Cutie in Subway and I was like, "Do you want it?" And she said no. And I tried to call her as an out. So
Please.
that it wasn't me who wanted Subway, it was her. But she was like, "No, I'm not hungry. I don't want it." And
we drove to that poker game, the one before, and Ludwig and Cutie are just eating Subway in the car like fucking rabid animals.
It was
toasted
good.
Italian BMT.
It was good, and it made me want to go back.
There's several articles about how
lettuce.
there's plastic in the meat. There's just several articles.
I went back and I tried to blame it on Cutie, but she didn't want any, so I just got it by myself for myself. It's not even cheap. It's $12.50.
Give me a good reason why you shouldn't eat plastic.
Amen.
Oh no.
You can't think of one, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
I've been owned.
So I'm there and I'm ordering my Subway. My order is a steak and cheese on a wrap. And
Hey, real quick, shout outs to the old heads who went on that website back in the day and got real fucked up about it. Go on.
lemonparty.org.
No.
Check it out. And I do my order and the guy looks up at me. He's like, "Dude, you're Ludwig." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And he was like, "Dude, I saw you before. I used to work at a poke place, but I was too nervous to say hi. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I was like, do you work at both places? And he's like, yeah, I did. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, they let me go. They cut me out.
Damn.
He's not talking like this.
Yeah, he is.
No, you're talking like he's fucking like he's auditioning for The Godfather.
No, he's like 16. It's like
so he's
Do you know
talking
his
like
name?
this.
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
He has long hair and he looks like a high schooler. And he got fired from that place and he said bad working conditions.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
They
you
were
don't know
hard
that. He
asses.
could have put his balls in the salmon.
What's wrong with that?
I'm gonna still go though. I don't know what the whole.
Yeah, that poke place is like really good.
Now I'm
so-
against it. You stand with them?
Well, you know,
Wow.
It's hard to find a good poke place
Yeah.
That's fair.
in Southern
it's the
California.
only good one.
That's fucked
Y'all
up.
ever
for you.
think
And
about?
if they're working 14-hour shifts and they're 14, I don't, is the fish good?
Yeah. I mean, look, the child hands pick up the salmon better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're
know?
more
The
delicate.
small, delicate hands so that the fish is less traumatized.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The small, yeah.
The flesh is just better
Yeah.
kept.
Yeah, I don't want my salmon to bruise.
I like when the little kids hold it.
Why'd you go there? Why do you always go there?
Subway?
Eat fresh.
D fresh?
Eat fresh.
No. Wait, okay, so that was that. So was this kid really that dramatic?
This is Ludwig's not sure yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that dramatic.
When I was in the airport, this fucking kid, like, he looked like 10. I'm walking by. I'm with Mike. We just got to Denver. We're trying to get to the hotel. He's like, "Oh my god, is that slime?" And I'm like,
that's so cute.
I turn around and he's like, he's not 10. I should say he's more like, he's like an annoying older age, right? It's not cute. It's not cute.
Okay.
How
so
old
hold on.
is he?
Like 13.
You're
Probably
not
13.
You're not annoying. I don't think you're annoying until you're 15.
Really? I think
No.
13-year-olds are fucking annoying.
14-year-olds are
Can be.
freshmen. Are freshmen not annoying?
I
It
think
just
it's
depends.
basically-
There's cute kids.
You're right.
There's like, oh,
8th grade
kid.
is the cutoff.
Yeah.
It also
That's
depends
12,
how much
right?
you've grown, though.
I think it's like, I feel like it's 16. Because like when you're under 16, you're just like excited about
If you can
things.
dunk, you're annoying.
True.
By default.
Yeah, okay. I
if
can
you,
stand
if you
with
can
that.
touch the net and you're in high school, you're annoying.
If you try to touch the net, you're annoying.
If you try to touch the net, you're definitely annoying. That's not
Okay.
that's a given.
Mhm.
If you play basketball, you're annoying.
Mhm.
This is all. This is all what Aristotle said.
And
Yeah.
These
This
are
is-
all also including 10-year-olds.
Go on.
LeBron James dunked at 12. Do you
That's
know
true. Annoying.
that? So anyway, this kid, he just looks like 13, and he's like really, really excited, and I'm like, oh god. And so I turn around and I'm like, make it quick, and I'm smiling, like I'm making it like a fun bit, but I am saying like, hey, let's do this. And he's like, oh cool, and he comes up to me, he's like, it's like his sister. He's like, can you take a picture? And I'm just like doing this, and
And then you go, if only you were dead, kid.
if only you're dead.
You bleed over the sisters, kids. You got any illnesses or like?
No,
You been acting weird recently.
He's a Make-A-Wish or?
but he was just like really, really, really pumped. And I take the picture. And he's like, "All right, yeah, tell Ludwig he sucked," or something like that. And then I was like,
Classic.
I was like, "How old are you?" And he's like, "I'm 16." Like I'm stupid. And I'm like, "Bro, you are not 16." And he's like, "Yes, I am." And I'm like,
Whole squad laughing
and
now.
then I'm like in my head real quick, I do calculations like maybe he is 16 and he's just like a late bloomer and like I'm kind of a dick right now. So I'm just like, that's crazy. And then I give him a fist bump and walk away.
Dude, you know what's crazy? You are double his age.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's 32.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm like I'm PlayStation and he's Super Nintendo.
I had someone ask me, like on
Wait.
the 30th, I had someone ask me like really early in the morning, how old is Slime? And I said 32.
Oh.
Because the reason I got there was like his birthday was a long time ago.
A whole year.
He must have turned 32 and I forgot. And then it was the birthday day.
Oh, so you thought I was turning 33?
No.
Oh.
I just thought that your birthday, I forgot the day of your birthday and I thought it had already passed, but I made the deduction based on how far away 31 felt. Because I remember 31 distinctly.
Dude, it's like when you're like, I bet 50 minutes has passed. And then you look at your phone and you're like,
and
I
it's like,
fucking
it just
knew it.
bink it. You're just like, yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, damn, I just binked that shit kind of.
I just know time.
That's better than not forgetting and just knowing it.
Just having it inside of you.
I have your internal
Innate.
clock.
Yeah.
Dude, I woke up on your birthday and I tweeted at Slicker happy birthday because he tweeted about his birthday and then you DM me. You were like mad at me.
I DM'd the group chat, the house chat, because I'm on Twitter on my phone, and you say happy birthday to Slicker. I check my DMs.
It's saying that his birthday is the same day.
That is crazy. Yeah, I have.
Wait, was it a bit?
No, it's his actual birthday.
It's actually his birthday, and I just woke
Before
up
him?
and I saw it.
Yeah, and so in the group chat, I screenshot. I'm like, Ludwig said happy birthday to Slicker before fucking me.
Dude, it's Ludwig and tired eyes. He like looks blurry. It's like, oh, Slime's birthday. Happy birthday. Opens them wide. Oh shit.
Oh, you think I just got the wrong ball guy?
Wrong guy. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Slicker.
No, I just wasn't gonna DM you happy birthday.
Both their names are SLI.
I was gonna say Slicker isn't Michael Barbaro on Twitter though, so that helps make it more distinct.
Yeah, but I'm consistent now. I love also all this poker shit. People like adding me, people like tagging me, and it's just yassified Michael Barbaro and it says journalist.
Yeah, you're in the house and it's winter and you're sick and everyone's playing hockey outside and you can't go play.
I can't go play right now. Like I can't even respond to Phil and be like, hey, like it was kind of weird, but like I don't care because like I don't know. I actually feel bad for him. He's just getting shit on. Maybe he's not like people got history. That Doug Polk video that I brought up, he was like talking about how Tom DeWan like owes people money and just like shitting on him for it. And I'm like, oh, there's beef. Like I'm not in this, right?
I think if you wear a hat that says Bitcoin on it, you deserve to be bullied.
I'm with that.
Also a scam.
Huh?
I don't even care, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm with it all.
Not surprised.
Whatever.
By that.
I just feel like I genuinely. It's like people. Something like this happens. It's like an event, and you're not a person anymore. You're just like what people are looking at and watching. And I genuinely am like, I think it's fine. So like, I feel like that should mean something. But whatever.
It was a great stream. It's probably my favorite YouTube stream I've done.
It was hype. It was riveting content.
Mm-hmm.
All of our friends, all like Smash people, everyone's just like watching like the Super Bowl. And I thought that was really funny.
I haven't had the desire to go to Vegas in like a weirdly long time. I used to like going a lot.
Yeah.
And then for about like a year straight, I just like didn't care anymore. I was like, I don't really want to go. And people were offering. I was like, I don't really want to go. This has awoken it.
Oh no.
I want to go back to Vegas really bad right now.
I'm going this weekend.
Are you actually?
What are you going for?
It's my friend's bachelor party.
Nobody asked.
Oh.
I
Jake.
asked?
What do you? Yeah,
Right before you said that.
It's Jake. Yeah, Jake's bachelor party. He's getting married and shit.
I know him.
No.
You haven't met him.
Jake the racist guy?
I will this weekend.
Me and him?
Jake the racist guy.
Is it Jake your racist friend or is it Jake?
No, that's Aiden.
Sorry. Jake Aiden. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah, the one who like really hates Uyghurs and keeps going shoo shoo.
No, it's weird because you like hang out with me a lot and you like haven't met him. So
no, they call him
yeah, I can fix her.
Eamon, the wage gap isn't real. McCain.
Yeah.
McCain.
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 Yeah,
John
and you love Dude Perfect apparently now.
Dude.
So
they just figured it out.
Yeah, they solved
They
content.
just solved the game.
They solved
Wait, what
content. Because in my head, like, Dude Perfect was this thing. It's like, yeah, that's like so. It's
Damn,
like
that's
to
so
make fun
old
of.
and lame.
That's so
and they're
old.
adults.
It's so lame.
They're adults in a warehouse screaming
there's
when they make a basketball.
There's no way they're
It's
just
all
still
stupid
shooting
and lame.
basketballs and it's still money, you know? And then it was me,
And
you.
we click on a video like let's make fun of these fucking losers. And we click on a video and we realize we're like 3 minutes into the video and we're like, damn, you beat that one? That's crazy.
It's called like Unpredictable Trick Shots 2 or something. and then Nick's like, no way, man. Like I predict this for sure.
I say
and he's like, pause it.
We're
And
pausing
he's
before.
Pause it. And then Nick's like, it's gonna do that, and then it's gonna do that. And then the clip plays out, and then we're both like, oh.
Dude, our ankles are being snapped in half. Like it's not. I'm like they shoot a basketball and there's like kind of in the corner in the very little screen, like a blue bucket. I'm like, it bounces off the rim and it goes into the blue bucket easy. It bounces off the rim. It bounces before the blue bucket and then off camera it pans and there's like a guy with his arms out and it misses his arms and the basketball like explodes.
Yeah, and then like knocks over 10 bowling pins, and then it's like,
and then it knocks over bowling pins.
Yeah, you just found good
Dude,
content.
and then we finish, and the first thing, because Yingling is also there, the first thing they say is, it's 2. That means there's more of these.
Yeah.
And they instantly start ripping more of them. And I'm like, I have to go. I can't do this.
That's funny.
Like, they solved it, dude.
Yeah.
They're content gods.
Dude, they are content gods. They figured out YouTube.
They're like top, I think like 20 probably.
They have like
No,
30,
they're
40
more than
views a
that.
video.
If you take out music video channels, they're like top 5.
I don't.
Yeah,
don't?
everyone.
You said if you do, and I don't.
Okay, well,
I don't take them out. So I'm right.
He's right.
Oh yeah, he needs to believe that to be right, so he has no reason not to.
Yeah. Liberal. And you're racist.
Plus bald.
I'm racist.
You love that, huh? That decades old TikTok.
Yeah.
That guy's funny.
Yeah, I think Dude Perfect it cracked the formula.
Wait, I was at the Nicoletti show, and my buddy Ben, I went with Mike, and I met with my friend Ben in Colorado and his friend, and Ben's looking around as we're like sit down in the venue. He's like, "How many people here do you think are subscribed to Barstool?" And I was like, "Yeah." And yeah, I watched his show. There was 3 openers. They were okay.
You know their names?
No, the openers, they're like local, like Denver comics. One of them had a Rhyme Sayers hoodie, and he came out, and I was like, "This is gonna suck." But he was pretty decent.
He walks up, he's like, "What's up with rap lyrics these days?"
Dude, I was like,
I can't even hear him.
And then he makes a joke about like Aesop Rock and one guy in the corner
Rocky
laughs.
Rock. It's all confusing.
And so it was like there was the openers, and then Nick Letty did like an hour. And it was okay. It had me thinking a lot. I had like a Nick come to God moment in the plane where I'm like,
me?
Yeah, when we watched Birdman. And I was like, dude, am I funny? Am I not
this is the
and
best.
that? And I'm like thinking about Nick Letty. It's like, I think, there were a lot of holes in his routine. There were some really good parts. And then right before the plane ride home, I saw Stav tweet out he's like, "Hey, this guy, his name's Joe List," and he's like, he put out his YouTube special. It's an hour-long set, and he's like, "It's really funny." And I'm like, "Well, that's a vouch." So I downloaded it and listened to it on the plane, and it's just like flawless. It's just like it's the most tight hour I think I've ever listened to in my life.
Wow.
It's beautiful. And
Joe List?
Joe List. It
Sounds like a Ligma name.
It's really fucking funny.
I won't fall for this. I won't fall. You 3 are setting me up right now.
Dude, imagine. Oh my God. Man, well, we'll talk later. We'll get him.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Go fuck
We'll fuck him. We'll fuck him.
But
we'll fill every.
And I'm
Jokes
listening
on you.
to it.
I'm racist, so
It's so good.
Brad's heads.
And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I'm not as funny as this guy. I'm like, am I funny at all? Like, is the yard even funny? Are we not allowed to like be funny because like if we piss off the wrong people, like it's a problem? And I'm just like,
I had this moment too, but it was today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I was listening to the Always Sunny pod, and it's I now have a podcast I listen to. I don't listen to fucking any. I listen to that one now because I like it. And there's a part where like someone, like a fan, made a joke to them, and they like acknowledged like the fan just said something. They didn't like make a joke. They just like said something that was funny, and they were like, "That's a good joke." And they were acknowledging that like they're basically like without saying like that came from a funny person. And I thought about that a lot, and I was like, wow. Like someone just like went off to them, and they, as writers of a really successful comedy show, they were like, "This is a funny person." And they like were able to kind of deduce that. And I was like, "Am I a funny person?"
Yeah.
If I was in my exact thought was like, if I had the chance to be in the Always Sunny's writer room, right? And I chimed in, and I was like, "What if?
Do you flop?
What if Charlie did this and said it this way? Would they just be like, and they move on, or would they laugh and be like, that's good?" And I'm like, I don't know.
And
Dude,
I felt bad.
You'd be in there, be like, "Fucking, oh, it's funny in Philadelphia," and then they'd be silent. Be
and
like,
then Rob McElhenney
I'm like, "Yo, we call him Barley. What about that?"
Wait, what's your name, Clayton? Dude, I gotta head out.
Yeah.
No.
I think
No,
about
you're great.
what
I thought
if
about it a lot.
Charlie made like boobs on like Xbox Live? Like, what if he made like that?
That's actually good. That's a
You know
good one. What if he's in Black Ops 2 and he's making like his profile picture, but it's accidentally racist?
Dude, I had a buddy. He was my old Dota friend. He like lived in Texas, and he said he took a screenwriting class. He like didn't really give a shit about college, but he finished it. He took a screenwriting class. It was like an elective, and he had to write a spec script. And a spec script is a script of a show that already exists that you're making and that you're writing to like see how good you conform and stuff like that. And he said he wrote an episode of It's Always Sunny where Charlie paints his dick black to make it bigger. And I'm like, that's pretty funny.
That is really fun. It also works really well in the universe.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I always think about it. It was like his throwaway. Like, he didn't give a shit. Like, he just played Dota all day. And he told me that, and I was like, maybe you should have pursued screenwriting.
Dude, Rob McElhenney was at Disneyland. They just told us on their podcast he was at Disneyland like this week, and he said that the overwhelming amount of things that he heard people coming up were saying, "I love the pod."
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
that's great.
From the makers of It's Always, the longest running sitcom in TV history.
We like that easier thing you do.
Maybe it's just because like if you love them enough or like are engaged with them enough to like come up to them and recognize
it's just
them
the most
and know
recent
their name,
shit, kind
then
of.
you're probably the type of person that listens.
It might be weirder to be like, "I love season 15."
Yeah, it's easier to say the recent
Well,
thing.
this is this happened to me. I was explaining this to Zipper 3 when we were getting breakfast the other day. And
It just sounds so natural now.
I saw Bruce Greene in LA.
Yeah, you said that in the group chat, and I was like, I don't know that Rottweiler.
He's the dude who did Inside Gaming with Adam Kovic.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
any of this lore, but I was filled in about it.
Yeah, so ignore the other guy, Bruce Greene.
I want to talk about Adam for a bit.
Bruce Greene. No, we could just talk about Bruce. Bruce.
He did like a show.
Yeah,
or
but
something.
Bruce was on the show that they used to have on like Machinima, and then I think it was like under Rooster Teeth for a while. Anyway,
Yeah.
like I just used to watch that show sometimes. Like I wasn't super engaged with it. I thought they were pretty funny when
You
I
think
watched
the
it.
odds of you walking up and saying, "Are you Bruce Greene?" What are the odds?
No, that I would never.
50-50?
I would literally never because I didn't know his name. I had to look it up. I just recognized him as the guy from the show.
Yeah.
He just looks like he could look like many guys.
Yeah, and he's a very normal looking guy. And I told her that when I got inside, I was like, I recognized him. It's like he's from a show that I used to watch sometimes. And I look, and I pull it up and like find his name. And yeah, that's definitely him. Like the faces just match up, the hair matches up, his beard looks a little longer. That's about it. But I think there's that scenario where it's like you recognize somebody and you might even like appreciate their work to an extent, but you can't have any semblance of a conversation with them because you don't even know like their name or like cared enough to watch the show that much. So it's like, what can you really do? Like walk up to them and say like, I know you from that thing, which feels like maybe the worst thing you could do.
It's just
with their
selfish,
time.
right? You're not doing this to connect with them. You're just like, oh, I saw a special thing in the wild.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
No,
It's a Ludwig
that's
thing.
why I think it's
But yeah.
it's like a shitty thing to do. I did this once at the San Diego airport with this guy who used to make funny videos that like got really big on Facebook specifically. He's a YouTube channel too.
His name's Ben Shapiro.
I walked up to him like without thinking
Milo?
because I was just so excited.
Aiden's on the other side of that Milo pick with H-Box.
The three of them.
No, I forget his name, but he has like long red hair. I think he used to make a lot of videos about like comedic videos about being vegan, like not making fun of vegans.
I know who you're talking
but,
about. I know who you're talking about.
Just veganism in
yeah.
general. But I saw him, like he was in person at the airport, and I, without thinking, like went up to him to say hi. But I realized as soon as I got in the conversation, like I actually know nothing about you, including your name. And this is a weird conversation.
Wow, that is really bad.
And that's how I corrected that interaction. It's like I will never be like that again.
Yeah.
Like,
I tried to do that once.
To who?
I saw Jason Nash at an airport like 6 months ago, who was a part of the David
Computer.
Dobrik
Who
squad.
is Jason Nash?
Part of the
Jason
David Dobrik squad.
yeah.
The computer. Who is David Dobrik?
You know that. You got there, bald man.
Enhance.
So I see Jason Nash and he's at the airport, but he's with his kids, because I saw him first because he's kind of tall, and then because he's got kids. But I was like, oh, I kind of want to say hi, but I don't want to come up. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll wait for like a natural moment. So I kept
Were you Ludwig at this point?
Yes, this is like 6 months ago.
Oh yeah.
So I keep like posting up, like just chilling, like in a path that he might walk by, but he keeps taking different paths. So I keep readjusting in hopes that he'll walk by me.
Eating your granola bar really slow so your mask stays down.
Yeah,
But you don't. You're saying you don't remember his name.
No, I
in the
do. I
scenario.
know him.
Oh, okay.
I know him,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's Jason Nash, and I've seen him, and I'm like, I think I want to say hi. But then I realized like I did this like maybe 4 fucking times where I'm trying to reposition, but he keeps like going back for different bags, and he's got his kids around. I'm like, now I'm stalking kids.
Yeah.
And so I got nervous and I walked away.
You know what you should have done? Flick the rock at one of their heads.
Yeah. Then maybe they
How would
die.
that
Maybe I get a
have
show.
helped?
That'll get his attention.
Gotta kill that bit.
Imagine the kid just like boom, and then you fucking go over there and you're like, oh dude, someone hit your kid with a rock.
That's
What's up,
such
I'm
a
Ludwig?
bad intro.
Your kid's dead now. Oh no.
No, I'm not talking about like a fucking boulder, you guys. I'm talking about like you pick up a little rock, you fucking flick it at him.
That's not more normal.
You're not trying to kill the kid.
You're throwing a rock at a child.
Yeah, dude. For attention from another guy.
That's actually a good point.
It is. I think the best thing, by the way, anyone listening, the best thing you can ever do in those situations is keep it short and sweet, get your picture, be like, hey, I like what you do. You don't even need to say their name. That's the thing. You can just go, hey man, I like your videos. Maybe fist bump, maybe not content, and you just get the fuck out of there. That's great. It's like, oh, that's nice. You get to meet somebody, exchange with them, and they fucking live their life. And it's a picture, whatever. It's okay. Don't be weird, man. All right, man.
Oh, come up, nibble their toes, have some fun, get crazy.
Have some nibbles for the bears.
I still think about the two girls in that line at that party that said I was like that I reminded them of Jason Nash, and I still don't know what they meant because he physically looks much different than me. So
no, similar. You're both balding.
Dude, this is so perfect. Zipper, I sent you one more asset. Hasan sent me this, I think last night, or was this morning. It was a DM. Waiting for Zipper. Oh, he's hitting the pen. He's just like, yeah. This is Hasan. He's talking about Phil Hellmuth. He said, deserved. He stole from a fellow bald on bald violence. I was like, bro, he has hair. So I says, oh shit. I said, what are you smoking on, brother? Mr. Hasan said he presents as bald, my B.
He does.
And I'm like, that's the thing. You can have, I've said this before, you can have a full head of hair, but be bald spiritually. And maybe that's what the Jason Nash thing is.
Like
Jason
Mr.
isn't
/
bald.
clean in
No.
bio.
I'm not talking about being bald. I'm talking about maybe you don't look like this person, but you exude their energy.
exude Jason
is this
Nash
person a
energy.
pussy?
Dude, I thought, I had this thought too about Tom Dwan. I said, in my head, I was watching and I said, are you bald or not?
Tom Dwan?
I looked at his hair and it's all there.
Yeah.
But there was energy in my head that was
Oh,
like,
yeah. No.
I was like, you look like you're balding, but you're not balding.
Tom Dwan looks like he could be bald.
He looks like he fixed being bald.
You know who fixed being bald? Daniel Negreanu.
Oh yeah.
Get a hair transplant?
Shouts out, by the
Good
way.
for him.
I think
Get a
he's
hair
great.
transplant?
And I think Tom Estrada, go fuck yourself. You guys,
Fuck you,
Yeah,
Tom.
that's a great clip.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck you.
dude, oh man, I wanted to.
Uh,
I wish Daniel was there.
Yeah. Instead of
That would have
Phil.
been Bance. That
I'd
would
be
have been good Bance.
I'd be like, I'm Tom Estrada.
I've been preparing, by the way. I've been watching videos about hair transplants.
No way.
Mhm.
That's funny.
I'm getting mentally prepared for the day it has to come.
That's hype. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's
All
that
right.
shit you take? Is it finasteride?
Finasteride,
Finstride.
Propitian.
I finessed a ride.
Rogaine.
That's what I did.
Dude,
All right,
no,
well,
that's great,
The premium.
actually.
We're
You're
gonna
so
do the,
good at this.
We're gonna do the premium episode now. It's gonna be
Save
the
for
premium.
writer's room.
Is it,
Well, we're at 90.
You're not even trying. You're not even trying to clickbait our stupid
No,
fucking
because
audience.
we don't need to clickbait anymore.
Yeah,
do
we
need
make
to
too much,
Do we need to
man.
clickbait? You know what I would like to do? I would like them to hit subscribe and hit the bell because that number is still really low.
It is
True.
cringe and slow. What are you doing with this?
I'm just holding my tummy. Shut up.
Send a comment about your favorite like on this video. And if you like the video, make sure to favorite the subscribe button and then see us on Patreon for the bonus material.
Love you. Always.
You
Kisses.
can Venmo us for it.
What?
Dude, I've seen him crab walking like that. Every time Aiden gets drunk, I'm like, is he going to start crab walking? Is he that drunk yet? And then I see the pincers come out and he's just running towards you.
Oh, it's a pincher.
What a very physical tell.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like most people try to like hide their drunk a bit, and he's like, "Oh no, I can't
can't
stop
help it.
myself
It's
from
like, I'm a
crab
lobster
walking."
His
now.
legs get wide, he starts hobbling over to you, and you're just
Yeah.
like,